Yo, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Hopefully, you're having a great, blissful, amazing weekend. Hopefully, you have spent this weekend to, evaluate yourself, your growth, where you currently are. Hopefully, it's been a weekend where you've been able to find peace. You've been able to, again, find yourself and grow physically and mentally. Again, a recap of all that you have been going through and seeing your current situation and appreciating and being content, and always understanding that you're always enough, you always been enough. And then, like I said, just appreciate your journey. Right? I'm honestly each and every single day, I'm learning how to do that in different ways, and I hope you are too. As always, it's Sunday, so we are doing a forecast for the upcoming week. I already have everything placed on the screen for you guys. We have ES on our right side, left side, and NQ on our right side. So ES left, NQ right. Also be aware that today is the last week. Friday will end the contract of March, so we'll be switching to June. So be mindful of that. For most of you guys that just trade overall on, just because I know you could, do it specifically like I do it, or just in general, just have like, NQ futures and you don't got to be switching it. I, I just do it like that just because it helps me maintain, uh, be more, productive in a way. But you could do it either way. Just have it where you could not, change it and just leave it as, NQ futures, or have it like I have it where I change every, certain month, third Friday of the month. So yeah, Friday is the last Friday. It's the third Friday for March, which then expire March contract, and then we switch to June. So be mindful of that. Excuse me. So let's get right into the video. All right. So I already have everything marked up, starting on the weekly. Again, I use the weekly just to have a overall recap in terms of what I expect. Again, sorry if you guys hear my dogs barking. Um, it's the best I could do, but no excuse. We're gonna get the work done. All right, because I'm not allowing nothing to affect my energy, and you guys shouldn't as well. So, again, weekly, weekly, weekly. All right, let's get into it. All right, so, all right, give me 1 second. All right, so weekly, 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 weekly. All right, so overall, you guys can see, if you guys watch my previous video, on Sunday recap, we had explained, we basically went over in terms of Sunday. Um, sorry, I'm losing my track about dog barking and everything. But we spoke on the last Sunday video on basically the upcoming week. We spoke about how we closed for NQ above our weekly buy side efficiency, sell side balance, but inside we closed for ES, right, of our weekly buy side efficiency, sell side imbalance. Now we are currently below it. Right, so currently right now we are trading below it. You guys can see we have a nice calm wick. There's nothing in here until we dive into the daily, right? But for ES, we have price rejecting of from a previous weekly inverted FCG, which it's a bit of a difference, right? Um, 1 second, give me 1 second. I gotta think, because if not, I won't concentrate. My bad. I had to go ahead and calm them little dudes down. They were bugging. So as we was talking about in terms of how last week, how we basically closed inside this weekly busy and above this weekly busy for NQ, but inside for ES, we can now see how we close for Friday, right? The previous week, we are basically below it, right? So now what I did was, I understand that at some point, price is gonna want to come back and retrace into this area, but this is when we go in and go into the lower time frame, where we'll be able to see where is price is willing to, if she does go back into this area, what is, give me 1 second. All right, so we have, as I was saying, if price is willing to come back into this area in here, then I will be looking to see what is balance and what is imbalance, right? Same thing will go into here if prices is able or want to retrace back on higher, right? We'll be looking to see what is balance and what is imbalance. All right, so as I mentioned, um, we are we rejected off this weekly inverted FG, and we had hit some area in the daily time frame. We have also as well, rejected off these weekly volume and balance, right? Honestly, I'm just gonna be working through the video. Hopefully, you guys can hear me because, like I said, it's too much, and I don't like yelling, nor I like to be angry or any form of way. So I just like to just do what I have to do. All right, guess my mom is here. All right, give me 1 second. Yo, you can see I gotta be shuffling with a lot of things. Okay. Hopefully we can find some. There's a lot of distraction, and I apologize, but bear with me. All right. So, like I said, for NQ, we are rejecting. If we want to really dive in and say, okay, what is it on the weekly that we are rejecting off? We could go ahead and point out this volume and balance in here. But if we go down into the daily, we could go ahead and see that we did reject it off a daily PD array. So, um, as we mentioned that for NQ and ES, if she's willing to go ahead and reject going up higher, then we will be looking to see what do we have inside this weekly PD array. But if she's willing to go lower, then we'll be most likely seeking for the sell side if she's willing to push any lower. Again, um, step by step, because again we do have to see what is it that we have in the smaller time frame. For ES, if she is continuing to go lower, then we'll be looking at the sell side as well. All right, and as you can see that we close here, so we definitely gonna have some equal lows on the lower time frame. All right, so now going into the daily time frames. No, 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 no. Going to the daily time frame. All right, now we are going to the daily time frame, to the small, right? We can go ahead and see, as I mentioned, we have some equal lows down here below that we are seeking, because last week we was aiming for those lows where we fell short, or we didn't even bother, at least well, we did try to get it, try to get into it. As you can see, I'm like all over the place trying to But we was looking for the sell side right here, right, for ES. And for NQ, we had it, I mean, we could see it from this, or somewhat see it from this time frame. But if we go down to the 1 hour, we going to see equal lows, right? So I'll show you as we go down lower, right? But in the meantime, we do have the weekly PRA on the showing on the daily, and we have a daily inversion in here, and as well as a daily inverted as well here for NQ. For ES, we have a couple, right? We have a daily busy, civvy, excuse me, and then above it I have marked it up. I just didn't put too much lipstick so that I won't get confused, nor you guys when I'm explaining what it is that I'm seeking for this week. But we do have a daily inverted FUG, sell side imbalance, buy side efficiency on a daily, and we have a daily inverted right in here, right? Especially after this candle is traded to and through, right? We do have a couple. We do have this area, this one in here, but I just mark this area here because again we have already have marked up this daily CB on this area, right? So all right, as I'm going down lower, again, I did mention that we have some equal lows down here, or relative equal lows, because it's not perfect, but still, I'll be looking for these on the future to get target and hit. But currently, right now, what is happening is that we are above this daily inverted FUG and just quite short, just below these daily SIBI. Compared to NQ, we are just below the low level of this daily inverted FUG. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to dive in, right? Because way before we can even speak about price coming back into this area, just the same way as well for these area, we want to dive in to see what it is that could be balanced and what is imbalance, right? So based off those area, I want to see price react a certain level rather than seeing, for example, if price is balanced. I don't want to see her playing around there because this is going to be causing a lot of search and destroy, where price is going to go in, come back, go in, come back, balance. No. Versus where she's imbalanced, I want to see at least aggression, both sides, right? Because if she's balanced, I don't want to see her playing around. I want to see aggressively, her just push through that area, right? As well as for if she's imbalanced, I want to see her do the same. So no messing around area, those type of areas like that, right? So as we already explained, right, we also do have a daily inversion that we are reacting, that we reacted from last week. Now this is currently where we are standing, right, prior to the opening for today later on at 6. All right, going into the 1 hour, I do have a couple of things already highlighted as well. Notice that our black line in here, the top and the low, are a daily inverted FEG, and we have some buy side up here that we have marked up that we are looking to see if price is willing to go ahead and take out. Now, first thing first that I have noticed, that I have been noticing, right, ever since I don't want to say since here, but I would say I'd say around this area in here, right, that we have been consolidating prior to this move down lower was sideways compared to ES, that it was a range in motion going lower, right? Last week we did, after going down lower, we swept below these lows and shift to the upside. So this is the reason why I have these buy side marked up, because again, that is the nearest liquidity that we have, as well as for NQ, right? We had basically swept below these lows, right, and left these lows down here intact. Now, 1 second. Okay, right now, remember when I was speaking about equal lows for NQ? These were the one that we were mentioning. Right, they're not perfect, so I'll just call them relative equal lows, right? Or equal lows, however you want to go ahead and put it, but they're not perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and say they are erratic equal lows, but it's still equal lows, and those are good area to target in the future where price wants to go back into this area, right? So again, there's liquidity. We have his buy side, and we have this yellow box in here, which is our daily inverted FEG. As in for NQ, we have it set for a daily SIBI, right? Make sure that I am saying this correctly. Yes, but just be mindful as well that we are inside a daily SIBI. So overall, I just decided just to mark up this area in here. So if price is willing to go back and lower, I would know. Again, I have everything written down, so I just didn't put it here because again, too much lifting. All right, so hourly. First thing first that I'm looking to see is how we go about Sunday. Right, Sunday usually we don't really have big move. It's usually a short, short and sweet. But lately how market been trading, I won't be surprised to anything to happen on Sunday. So if she does decide to rally up a little bit higher, I would love to see if Monday we could tap in, whether it's doing London or doing NY Open, or prior to our 10 a.m. trading hours, or even doing that time. So I want to see if she could go ahead and target these area after 9:30 open, especially if we gapped in premium, right? I want to see these area here get taken out, because usually what I like to see is price either run to liquidity or to an efficiency, then give an expansion and give an expansion towards where she wants to go ahead and move to, right? So if we do have an expansion on into premium, then definitely I want to see these buy side area get taken out. Also, looking at from the upper quadrant, right? I'm just gonna go ahead and just put the 50%, the middle line. So this is the CE of this daily inverted FEG. We have a 1 hour SIBI, which is a sell sign balance, buy sign efficiency in the upper quadrant, that I'm willing to see her get tapped in, especially if we go ahead and run out these buy side liquidity, right? Because they're right there. So I would like to see if she does run into that area. I want to see what happens when we run into here. So that's when we go ahead and we dive in lower to see where is it that she's willing to go ahead and react from. Because literally we could just take out these buy side into here and then expand going lower, and we go ahead and take a short to either fill in that gap that was created after going into premium. Again, if we do gap into premium, to filling in that area up, right? So if she gaps into premium, then I want to see her what? I want to see some shorts, right? But it all depends, where are we currently at 10 a.m., which is our trading hours. So for ES, if on Sunday, she rally up a little higher, then I want to see if she has the strength to go ahead and push on higher into these buy side. Now, can she do it? Maybe. Like I said, the way that price been trading lately, anything is possible, right? But if she doesn't, then I'll be targeting these highs up in here, maybe another push or retracement back into this area to even to the 50% of this candle's wick up here, which was at 8 a.m. on Wednesday, to then seeing if we could go ahead and get a rejection. If she just trade to and through it and above it, then I'll be looking into these area in here, into these buy side, diving into these daily inverted FEG, right? So again, from here we won't be able to see too much in terms of where would price be willing to reach in, but there's a 15-minute which I'll go ahead and dive into it on ES. But again, that would be my scenario for premium open at 9:30 on Monday. If she decides to go ahead and open up on discount, again with the shift of momentum, I could see her pushing higher. I could see, that after, gapping into discount, having a push and using these buy side area for a good point of entry to go ahead and target, whether it's for Monday the entire day, or doing the AM session, or half doing the AM session, and then, you know, and while lunch, retracing back into any inefficiency or liquidity that has not been touched, to then finish off the day in the PM session, reaching into these buy side area. Again, communicating and understanding time and price, where is price is located during your trading hours, and trading what price gives you. And on top of that, I like to look at what dealing range are we trading in, right? So currently we are between this high here that was Wednesday at 8 a.m. and this low here that was on Thursday at 1 p.m., which is basically the PM session, right? So these are the current range that I see that we are trading in. I won't say that is the greatest, but we trade what the markets give us and we adjust, right? And we move with that. For ES, we have, again, if she does gap into premium, into discount, then it would be back into this daily inverted FUG. Yeah. Again, sorry I didn't mark it. I'll just go ahead and do that right now, because even I got confused a little bit. Daily inverted plus, I would just say it had a volume imbalance as well. So if price is willing to go ahead and gap into discount, we do have a small here busy, which I don't see any issue her trading through it. But again, she'll go ahead and react off of that. But if she does go ahead and gap into discount, let's say somewhere around here, again, we could use that as to fill in price with buy side after, having some sell side. And the way we go ahead and do, find out what she does during 9:30, as I always, like I showed you before, you just go all the way down here to the bottom right, and usually you have it set up already for electronic trading hours. But to look at the 9:30 gap, it would be in regular trading hours. All right, so that would be the scenario, looking at it from the hourly perspective, whether she goes into premium or discount, right? And if she does, we do have, again, some lows down here, equal lows down here, but you got to go ahead and just wait to see what price give us. Now, remember what I told you? I believe it was this. I don't know. I think it was actually for these guys. I'm not sure, but we do have on the 15-minute, we do have these better to equal lows. Highs, if she does try to push up any higher into the daily. 1 second, I believe it was. She does. Actually, I think that was for NQ. But we do have some, irrelative equal highs up in here if she does decide to push up any higher. So it's basically everything is filled. So I don't want to see her playing too much game once she goes ahead and trade into this daily inverted FUG. So if she does gap into premium and reach into this area in here, I don't want to see her playing too much game, because what's going to happen is basically Friday. I don't know if you guys seen Friday's live session. If not, go ahead and look at it. I explain, what I like to see in balance area and balance area and imbalance area, such as here, that everything is balanced out. As I already showed you, I don't want to see her playing too much game here, because what's going to happen is it's going to be just range, or it's going to be a lot of in and outs and a lot of balancing in price, which could be, search and destroy. And I hurt myself in those type of market conditions. So I learned my lesson. And so if I don't see anything of interest, I won't touch it. I don't care what she does after. I'm going to go ahead and demand a lot before I go ahead and even decide to go ahead and, even buy on a premium area. You know what I'm saying? So if we gap into premium and I see her continue pushing higher, I want to see some strength showing me, hey, listen, we're going to continue going higher. All right? And this is how it's going to happen. Boom. But if she only gaps into here and then starts slowing down, I'm going to be like, I need more in order for me to go ahead and say I'm going to continue buying. Right? Plus, we also have some nice low resistance down here. We have a 5 minute in here, busy, and another 5 minute here, busy. That if she goes ahead and gap into premium, we go ahead and, even take the 50% of the Fibonacci and see where can she possibly even, merge into, right? So again, in here we have some. Let me see if before I go even explain this 1 hour in here. Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, it was. Give me 1 second. Yes, it was. So, as I explained, if she does gaps into premium and then continue going higher, I do have this 1 hour in here that I have marked up, and that will be for like a later time. But if she does gap into premium, and let's say for Monday, she continue going up higher, this will be another area in here I'll be marking up into, which somewhat could maybe equivalent to price in this on ES to push into this daily area, which if she does, then the same time she's pushing here, I want to see some aggressive, expansion to the upside to then go ahead and be like, okay, she want to go ahead and continue higher, so I can see a little bit more bullish momentum on ES. But again, both of them need to be in sync in order for me to even take a position, right? Either short or going long. 5 minute. As I explained in terms of having, I'll go ahead and show you guys on the 15. All right, 15. As I already explained here for ES, if she does and willing to gap into premium and take these out, I do see some nice low resistance, between these two right here, these two busy, to see if price is willing to go ahead and fill these area or reject off one of these area down here. And then she filled it up and she filled these area up, then we could go ahead and continue to see what is it that we have below, down here, to go ahead and continue pushing down lower. All right, so 5 minute, not really much is really seen aside from some inefficiency in here, and as well as down in here. Plus we could see that she's currently ranging, so it's someone slowing down. But again, the way market condition has been lately, I wouldn't be surprised if price even dip into this area here, especially having these calm equal lows down here and then continue pushing up higher and even further higher. But they just see, because even if that happens, this could be a sweep on the sell stops to come into the area in here in these buy side. And we have a 1 hour in here that we have basically mentioned about 1 hour CB to then continue going down lower. But again, we got to go ahead and see what price give us. All right, that's pretty much it. And overall, in terms of seeing what price is willing to do in terms of for this upcoming week. But yeah, I'm not gonna go ahead and then talk about talk about multiple or different scenarios. I already talked about what I would want to see if she gapped into premium or if she gaps into discount. I don't want to go ahead. Like I said, that's all I got for today, especially because you guys can see there's not really much, any area and any side. It's just been ranging, throughout the whole entire of last week, and hopefully this week we can have some sort of expansion, either higher or lower, and build some momentum so that this cannot, this won't happen for this week, right? Because if she does, again, take buy side and then just stay in this area throughout the whole week, it's gonna be a very difficult week to even find setups, which is where honestly, it do plays a good role in testing your psychology and patience and, you know, not even doing anything rather than just staying put and, you know, tape reading, right? Which is very important to do because, again, you don't have to trade every day to be profitable. You know, trading every day doesn't mean, and winning every day doesn't mean, it doesn't make you profitable. It could easily make you reckless, you know what I mean? And you could be humbled by the market very, very easy. And the day that you take an L, you get destroyed. Psychology is destroyed. Now you feel like you don't know what you're doing. So if you don't know what you're doing, if you don't know what liquidity is at, where price is going, then your liquidity, I just suggest you to just stay put and just, you know, take notes, tape read, boost up your, you know, confidence, your wisdom, experience, especially in your model. Pick a model, pick a symbol. Don't do multiple, because then that can make, you know, it could be a little conflict depending on the type of experience that you have. Right, everybody's different. But that's pretty much it today. I'm gonna go ahead and log out and upload this video for you guys, and I'm gonna go hit the gym because it's leg day. As always, 5 P's: proper preparation prevent poor performance. And like my mama always say, be the first one to be in the room and the last one to leave. Take your time, be patient, and continue to journal your journey, so that whenever you dig yourself in a hole and you feel like you're not, you know, moving anywhere, you're pushing anywhere, looking back at your journey and how far you become can be a motivation as to help you get back up and continue pushing forward. Hopefully you have a great day. Hopefully you have a great Sunday. Stay productive. And I always love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Peace.